And a boost into apps on the hay bales. He's going to get them some real estate, but so far no kills, and that's going to have to change if EnVyUS want to plow onto the site.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing they could do if they actually do have to execute. Dignitas are playing this well. They are completely passive on the A site. They are waiting for the long duels, not the short ones, which is absolutely understandable, seeing as they have the weaponry and the advantage.
That's what we saw EnVyUS do with their M4s on Cobblestone when Helmsy side in a similar position.
Yep.
Using the long range to its advantage. Happy could maybe get a couple one-taps in these kind of scenarios because he does have a deagle for himself. But Apex is going to meet the 50 bullets of Rubino's P90. Meanwhile, Banana is free. So what for Dignitas to start getting round the back of EnVyUS if they don't get a move on. 30 seconds to go. Happy has been spotted, and here comes Config. First headshot has connected. Kiyoshima answers back. 9 HP on Happy. Surely he can't get anything from this situation. And now he is the lone survivor for EnVyUS, with the bomb behind him in shorts. Ooh, hello. 10 seconds, though. How many... I was about to say, how many weapons can he take away from Dignitas? Just the one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how... If they managed to pick up one of the M4s that they lost, I do think they have to rebuy a couple. Yeah, they actually did rebuy a P90, or was that dropped? I'm not sure, but they have four rifles, one SMG, and that P90 on config, so still a little bit of a cushion. I think about 1,500 on each of the players, so not too bad.
I think the P90 was Rubino's from the last round, if I'm not mistaken, that config has now.
Are we back to the circling guy?
NATO, don't do it to us. Who was observing
I
before?
hope NATO is trolling.
Oh man, I'm gonna have some fun if we have that circle, guy. Just because I know the tears are gonna be real. Like I feed off them. They're delicious. MSL needs to put that smoke down to stop the charge. He will get the frag onto Kiyoshima, and you can see straight away that EnVyUS respect that. Don't push through smoke. It's asking for trouble. So a very good couple seconds of play from MSL will keep EnVyUS at bay for now. But that Molotov will maybe force MSL back onto the site. Indeed it will. Although, to be fair, he was retreating anyway. So 1-for-1 trade. Dignitas still have a bit of utility to play with. Oh, that's a devastating frag from Dignitas' viewpoint. MSL goes down onto the site. That opens it up nicely. And Tensky, who was trying to push back in, gets flashbanged. Here we go. He went for the pop flash and turned his back as Kenny has peeked. Very unfortunate timing. But Dignitas again, after picking up a couple rounds, looked to slip away.
Rubino just getting a little frustrated about that job because he just couldn't get on top of that ledge. In the end, they are saving the guns, and that's obviously the good choice here. They do need to 3v2.
Did Rubino really call us P90 Swag Lord? Okay, I take it back. EnVyUS beat them 3-0. I'm done with this game. That is the worst name. That's so, oh,
what is that?
He's got... Oh, I don't even want to talk about it anymore, mate, to be honest. I'm happy that EnVyUS won that round, now that I've seen that name. 2-1, EnVyUS looking good here. But with the two weapons that were saved, Dignitas will go for the force, I assume, because MSL has. So let's see if Kia B and Tensky follow suit. They will indeed. UMP and FAMAS. This is the kill onto MSL. I think this is where the round changes horrifically.
Kenny S was absolutely relentless.
Yeah.
He went through the full Molotov.
You don't expect that. You can see MSL was caught with his pants down.
Pretty much. And we actually did see a force buy. Well, no. It was actually kind of a quasi.
Well, I didn't really see any of that round because on the replay.
It was so fast. You got stuck up in the Swag Lord.
Replay done. Oh, everyone's dead. All right, 2-2. Sweet. So Dignitas lost the round after they force bought, and EnVyUS are into that beautiful position of Dignitas.
They did force buy, actually. They did end up buying the rest, looking at the economy that they have right now.
They went for a UMP, a CZ, a FAMAS with the weapons that were saved.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we can see them on field day, so this is pretty much what they got from losing that round. So it was a full force. Oh, wow.
That's unfortunate for config, but MSL. What was that? Oh, 2-1 Deeks! All right. Calm down, MSL. If we could pull off a couple more, that would be great for Dignitas. They're still definitely up against the ropes because let's contextualize this. Yes, he's got 2 sexy 1-taps, but 3 weapons with Kevlar, faces, no Kevlar whatsoever, and an AK on Kia B.
Yeah, this is actually a feasible for Dignitas.
Certainly is, but EnVyUS should not be taken lightly from this position.
Kia B is going to be really important here. If Apex ends up checking that corner, he could be going down. He doesn't have a vest. Look at that. Apex actually going there.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That Kia B didn't even get the kill either.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's gone horribly wrong because they just forced through onto mid.
Nothing Tensky can do with a single USP. He could surprise one of these players from behind, but I don't think so. I think EnVyUS will just end up checking this one. Look at NBK. Oh.
Yeah, no real hope. If there's a lack of head armor, maybe you'd have a hope of getting a kill and picking up an AK, but full head armor, full weaponry. Dignitas will go for a buy again.
Look at that.
Can they get consistent? Yeah, it was beautiful from MSL.
Yeah, not too beautiful for me.
I just want someone to like soundbite that wow, and I just play it on loop.
What do you mean?
Wow. Yeah, it's like, have you seen Eddie Wally?
No.
Like the MLG YouTube? Wow.
No.
And he winks at the camera. It's the best thing.
Oh, wow, nice.
It kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, well, that's what I do.
Although you're not Belgian, are you? Yeah.
Okay.
So Dignitas coming back into this round in round 6. Decent weaponry, but again, they have to use their utility sparingly. Only 2 smokes. So if EnVyUS play the long haul, you assume that Dignitas may very well hang themselves.
This is a split. This is a split B, actually.
Oh my goodness, they've already gotten towards arches.
NBK got stuck.
Oh, MSL with 2 M4 frags. Absolutely massive. And you spoke about this split. The issue now is that Kia B's on B by himself, but he's been taken down. So for all of MSL's heroics, the site is still going to be planted on. And the retake still has to come in. And this is where the lack of utility is going to start to sting Dignitas. And it's going to start to hurt. They've got a Molotov that was picked up in the hands of Rubino. But where is he going to throw it? MSL's charging in. Tensky lands the headshot. MSL's going to eat that grenade to the forehead. kennyS is still holding position. It's a 2-on-2. It's now a 2-on-1. Oh, make it a 2 versus 0. Dignitas started so well with that double kill from MSL, but then it just went south quickly.
Because of NBK getting stuck in that archway, actually MSL was able to rotate completely to arch and get those two frags. But in the end, it doesn't matter. Kenny has 3 frags in that retake. And a really nice dunk paint on MSL, who had low HP at the beginning. And once again, Dignitas, not a great buy. Kind of a quasi with MSL trying the same thing as in the round 2 rounds before. I do not think Kiyoshima will end up peeking him here. Not this time. Not again.
History really is repeating itself in terms of the economic play from Dignitas.
Yeah. Nothing they can do right now, not with this buy. And EnVyUS is just being too smart about these anti-focus buys. They're just waiting for Dignitas to peak somewhere. Last time it didn't work out too well for them just because of those 2. Oh. MSL is just being ruthless. But yeah, as you were saying, that the economy isn't great for Dignitas, and they really need to start picking up consecutive rounds. The next one has to be the first one. This is really, really slipping away.
EnVyUS already equalizing how many rounds they managed to get against Dignitas the last time these teams met. And still a long way to go. Nice shot from MSL. But again, it's in this match, it really has only been him that shone. He's had a couple of sexy 1-taps, that double kill on arches, but then the rest of his team is leaving him by the wayside.
He has an AWP as well.
This is the first time we've seen an AWP, I believe, for Dignitas on Inferno. So, are they going to be able to use it? It's gone towards the B side in Banana. And kennyS is on the prowl. Oh dear.
He was too late, actually. kennyS was there way before him.
Kia B's been spotted, and he will get double naded. Kiyoshima and kennyS both putting it down. And again, the capitulation is real from Dignitas. Tensky goes for the cheeky push through the smoke and flash. But now, the map is all EnVyUS's. They can choose, they can pick wherever they want to go. Dignitas is spread so thin. Just have to play the waiting game. Dignitas, they're getting smashed. There's nothing else that I really have to, like, they are just getting destroyed in this entire best of 5.
It's good that they have 2 players on this 8 side. It's going to be on Rubino to pick up at least a couple of frags for it to be competitive. And, oh well, there he goes. Config still in pit, and he could have an impact, but there's no way EnVyUS don't know about him. Or at least expect him somewhere lurking around that pit area. They're still being patient. Look at that. Look at the EnVyUS's patience right now. They're just waiting if somebody pops up again, and if not, they're just going to execute on the A side, with Dignitas kind of lurking on the B side.
The only way that they win this is if Config just bides his time and they don't check pit because they've timed themselves so low. That's the only way, and he's been spotted, and although he does get the kill, he's down to 26, so it had to be a clean kill. And with that site being taken, Tensky will just want to save this M4, surely. He's got a defuse kit, but...
Is Tensky going for this?
Let's have a look at the economy. Their economy is absolute trash.
Yeah.
So I feel like saving the M4 would make a lot more sense.
Maybe he just thinks that EnVyUS will not expect him this close to the A-bomb site.
He's going to go for the Ninja.
Is he?
I think he's going to try the Ninja defuse here.
But NBK is being smart. He still stayed in the apartments. No, he's not.
Okay.
I think he just expects EnVyUS to check everything but that. Or maybe one player kind of coming to library.
I guess it's true. If you're going to save the M4, you're assuming that the last CT that got the kill into Kenny S is either still going to be on B or maybe traverse down to T spawn. You're probably not expecting him to go library. I also feel that Tensky was probably maneuvering himself in that position so he can try and get a couple of exit frags if someone pushed past him. But whichever way you spin it, Dignitas is still 2-6 behind, and they have to start winning rounds right here, right now.
They also have to stop giving up picks.
Cheers, NATO.
Cheers.
Today I learned nades are a thing.
Yeah. Anyway, they have to stop giving up picks because it helps EnVyUS so much, especially on Inferno.
I always say it's NATO. Maybe he's going for a bite tea or something, and just slaughtering it. I guess what the circle was to represent is a distinct lack of utility on Dignitas. They don't have much to play with, only 3 smokes, an incendiary, flashes, that's about it.
Not too much for going for Dignitas.
Hasn't really helped them anyway, even with full nades.
Yeah, EnVyUS still have more than a minute left to work with, and Dignitas have a distinct lack of grenades. They only have like 15 seconds left to stall with the grenades, and then EnVyUS will have a lot of time to do anything they want, pretty much. Finally.
Maybe Dignitas would start to fight fire with fire and start to get aggressive into apps, try and get aggressive control down Banana. We haven't really seen that too much from them, but as you say, finally they get the opening pick, and Kiyashima has fallen. Kenny S is down to 6 as well, so this is one of the best chances that Dignitas have had thus far. It has been 6 rounds on the bounce to EnVyUS, so it would be a very welcome round for Dignitas, that's for sure. 25 seconds left. Molotov has been thrown down. It's only going to delay the inevitable. And then as the EnVyUS are about to execute onto B, all 4 players strong. Molotov into Shadow, no one's home. Oh, Apex with the drive-by headshot onto Kirby, and also MSL. And for not the first time, Dignitas's B hold has been found wanting. And EnVyUS will surely be getting a 7th round. How do you even analyze this game, man?
Dignitas, I don't know. Dignitas should really not go into this. Sure, it is 3v4, not such a big advantage in terms of numbers, but having the B side completely on lockdown, it's not going to help things. Dignitas really need to save these 3 to be able to buy on the remaining 2 players and actually have a chance.
I feel like all Dignitas had to do, and obviously it's much easier said than done, is get one of those kills in that confrontation and B. Just 1 or 2 and they would have been golden, but Apex comes in, 1v2s them.
I said this before, he's just a bull for EnVyUS. He always takes the first initiation, and he's been pretty consistent, at least in this series.
His first kill, boom.
Ouch. He's just relentless, look at that. He's just rushing into the site with no care whatsoever. His team is just waiting for him either to die or just pick up everything on his own. And they are set up so that they can actually return the frag for them easily. Look at that, actually. There's the aggression.
Yeah, desperate times call for desperate measures, and Dignitas finally have done just that, rushing down with the P90 from Rubino.
They didn't get the advantage from this, though.
Yeah, one
these trades. Yeah, exactly.
That's a little bit better, but MSL still low. They do at least have 2 smokes to play with, but again, time is a factor that you have to take into account. It's going to be a second mid-push for now for EnVyUS. MSL, the low player, is holding the close angle on mid. And a pop flash and his peak, that's beautiful. kennyS does this quite a lot. He'll go for that aggressive peak through mid, so that's just a pure read from Dignitas. Although they weren't able to get their hands on the AWP, you'd fancy them to hold out from this point in the round. AK will be traded out for the FAMAS, but Kiyoshima trades his life for it. And Kiyoshima is still alive in this round with 46 HP and the bomb. So this may not be over just yet, Striker, and every weapon that's taken away from Dignitas is going to hurt. But Dignitas, finally, they stopped the 7-round rot.
You know what the problem is here, though?
They're going to lose this round, and their economy is going to be dog.
They cannot lose this round. They cannot lose this round. They still have quite a bit of money, actually. As we can see, about 4K on Rubino and 1,500 on the rest, pretty much. But still, that 500 bonus, if they do lose this round, it's not going to help them. It's just they need this round.
I feel they need the rest of the rounds, honestly, on CT.
Yeah, at least about 6 or 7 to be competitive. They don't necessarily have to win all of them, but at least 3 or 4 of the remaining 5.
Well, to me, but the way they've been playing so far, I think they need the last 5 to have any chance.
It could be, yeah.
Normally, you'd say, yeah, 6, and they should be in at least with a hope, a glimmer of chance.
Yeah,
in Inferno,
with the pistol, that's possible.
You also have to take into account it's EnVyUS moving on CT side, and that is a formidable opponent. So, Dignitas will realise the situation, the scenario at hand. MSL does have the AWP. We've seen this before, however. This time, kennyS doesn't have the AWP to pick him off. But Happy just goes straight into Archers, pardon me, and just wrecks Tensky. So, for all of the setup that Dignitas had, it's gone wrong. That being said, Kirby and Config come good for Dignitas just when it was needed.
It was so chaotic, the rotation. For some reason, EnVyUS just wanted to go on A site, with NBK probably playing the distraction, maybe trying to convince Dignitas that it is going to be a B split, which was in the works originally. But for some reason, EnVyUS called the rotation to A and lost both players in the CT.
It's going to be replay, MSL, everything rests on his shoulders. He just has to buy enough time. First kill goes down from him. And I believe he got the tag onto Kenny as well, who's down to 10. So he can count himself lucky that he wasn't outright fragged. And now Kiev pushes in, Kenny spins around and gets the frag, but the bomb has been dropped with 4 seconds, and it doesn't matter anyway, because Config finally comes in. 3 players left to right for Dignitas, so that is money in the bank. But again, EnVyUS will be able to buy.
There we go. Now they actually have a cushion and will be able to buy in the next round, even though it won't be too great in case they lose it. So finally, 2 consecutive rounds for Dignitas, and still a long way to go though. As I said, at least 7 rounds or 6, just for it to be competitive. Plus the pistol round as well.
Yeah, pistol's also the other missing ingredient that Dignitas need for a delicious comeback. MSL, aggressive peak, will land the first shot onto Happy. I thought the retaliation frag may come in from second mid, which was Apex, but that's not the case. Here comes the charge out of Apps, and it has been a pretty good one for Dignitas. Only Kiyoshima gets his hands on a kill in this round so far, and Apex was spotted in second mid previously, so it's pretty obvious where he's going to be moving, and Config is up to the task. Good round for Dignitas, and that is 3 on the bounce.
Let's go.
Again, though, EnVyUS can buy.
Yeah, 7 rounds in a row before, so they can buy, and
they will buy.
And they will. Very decently, too. It's 4 AKs waiting what NBK will actually end up going with. AK as well, and a flash. They still have a lot of utility on the other players, so it's still a very good buy. Almost perfect, actually. They don't have the op on KennyS, but they didn't really need it up until this point. Now they are the ones who need to break Dignitas' streak of 3 rounds.
Well, they go in for a super aggressive B play. Yes, they will before the smokes have had a chance to bloom. And that catches Kirby off guard. MBK this time goes in first. He normally used to seeing Apex bag himself the first kill, but he's watching the back, and MSL will be put down. Looking so rough for Dignitas. Config, you feel, has to be a huge part coming around from behind. He has to get this kill onto Apex. We are going to meet. There we go. First kill goes down in that 3-on-4 retake scenario. Bomb planted next to Barbecue. And here we go. Good positions. Assumed from EnVyUS. The key man, maybe MBK. KennyS though connects the first frag. MBK from behind. And now it's all on Tensky, and he just can't get it done. EnVyUS almost giving Dignitas a feeling like maybe we can do this, guys. Maybe no.
MBK was so smart in that smoke.
Very, very intelligent, yeah.
It was pretty much the key player in that round. Look at that. He just popped out and got the last 2 frags.
Because, of course, when you come around the corner and CT side is smoked off, you're going to have all your focus onto Shadow and onto
You don't
Oranges.
expect the player to be in the CT spot.
Absolutely not. So you can see that Dignitas just had to rush in. They had to try and do something. Because of their little spree, they're able to get themselves weapons again.
They have a chance to break EnVyUS, though. Although EnVyUS actually did survive with 3 players, so it's will not be a complete break of economy. But yeah, Dignitas need this round.
Oh, if they don't lose this, if they don't win this round, pardon me, this could be it.
Yeah,
this really could be it for them. All things told, 8 rounds for EnVyUS may still be enough, whatever happens from this point on. But Dignitas are going to fight to the bitter end. We know they're a very tenacious bunch of players. You saw this at Leipzig. They went to multiple overtimes and came out ahead. Dignitas with a double stack in pit. Going to be Rubino and Config watching each other's backs.
So far, it's been MSL in those 3 rounds. He actually got a pick in, I think, every single one of them. So now he doesn't have the op, and that's going to make a difference. Look at Rubino now.
In the shadows, double frag. Oh, triple as well. Rubino comes alive when it's required. Happy finally does answer back, but it means absolutely nothing. And we were talking about this before. Rubino has consistently been one of the best players, but MSL is on 15 for 10. He's top fragging on the entire server. As you said, he's been getting a lot of those opening picks, and that needs to continue. Dignitas into the last round of the half. Can they hit the elusive 7?
Now we have the game on our hands because 6 and potential 7th, as we see EnVyUS's buy not being too great for pistols and a Galil and a lot of grenades.
This could force EnVyUS into a very aggressive round. Rubino again is there to deliver. Does take serious damage in return, however. But the grenade also that pinged off the wall, it banked off mid, landed in the face of Kiyoshima, so he's down to 45. It's the aggressive banana control I was talking about before. MSL this time is going to bang himself the kill, but he also takes damage.
Still 5v3, and they don't have good weapons.
But it is EnVyUS at the end of the day. They're capable of making any assortment of weaponry work. The call came through that at least one of the banana players was low.
They're getting a little bit of results here.
Oh no. This is the problem when they're both so heavily tagged up. It just takes that one bullet, that stray bullet through smoke to change everything. Hey, Pensky will at least get the kill onto KennyS. Now Apex is going to charge through, and Dignitas have brought it back. A mini comeback, if you will. Still, 7-8 may not be good enough, but it's a hell of a lot better than what it was looking like it was going to go. There was 7 rounds in a row to EnVyUS. At one point, this stat at 7-2 against Dignitas.
I wanted to say, just Tensky, please don't come out of the smoke, but in the end, it worked out. But it was pretty close. Tensky could have easily went down. It would have been a 2v2. 2 guns also for EnVyUS there. But in the end, Dignitas actually do pick up the 7 arms that I was talking about. And that's really what they needed. Now the pistol round is going to be very important once again.
It. This pistol is of paramount importance to Dignitas. They can't afford to let this slip.
Yeah, the economy is going to be a big thing in the second half. It's pretty much going to be whoever ends up with the better one should come out of this. And keep in mind, it's EnVyUS who's up 2-0 in the series.
Yep. 16-4, 16-7 if you just joined us.
Yeah, this is pretty much a map for Dignitas' life in the grand final.
If Dignitas can draw us back to 2-1, train to the next map, then cash. So it doesn't get any easier from this point forward for the Danes. But here we go. Are we even going to need the next 2 maps? Tensky suggests that maybe we will with the first kill, but he's traded out instantly afterwards. The rest of Dignitas who are going through apps. They can now join their partner in crime of MSL. And the only player that was in Banana who is left all by his lonesome from Kiyoshima was Apex, and he's been fragged in return. But there's Kiyoshima stepping up. 2 frags for him. He's looking for more as well. He'll be able to dart back to the Sanctuary of Ruins. And now Config has to deliver this shot, and he can't get it done. This is so poor from Dignitas. They needed this desperately. Kiyoshima comes good with 4 kills of the P2000. I believe they're all headshots as well. The style points are in.
Look at him. He was like, yeah, I just did that.
That just happened, boys. Someone needs to have the deal with it gift.
Wow.
It's just the shades coming down. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Kiyoshima, take a bow, sir. That was
Those
single-handed
first 2
piss
shots.
around.
Wow.
Dignitas will be sick to their stomach after conceding that. Everything went their way. They got the 2 kills right off the bat, charging all together up Banana, and you're thinking, okay, it's a formality that the bomb at least gets planted.
Yeah, they will be able to buy in the 3rd round. Or the 18th, I should say. But
the 3rd round on the T side,
yeah,
still makes sense.
I'm not completely stupid. Budget Anders.
Wow, I see how it is.
Well, again, Envy playing this pretty smart. Waiting for the long duels. Kenneth needs to back off.
And it's going a similar way. Rubino is the only player to answer back with a Deagle 1-tap, but EnVyUS now move 3 rounds clear of Dignitas, who will be able to get AKs under their belts, as you called before. MP7 has been traded out for an M4 for Happy. I was curious if we were going to see him keep that. And Dignitas, very intelligently, opt to go for the head armor instead of the nades.
Yeah, that's just needed against the M4s.
Indeed. Plus the fact they may have thought that maybe EnVyUS would hold on to a couple of those SMGs, which they haven't. Obviously, we know that, but there's no way for Dignitas to know. This does sacrifice a few flashbangs across the board. But with these 3 smokes, still very doable for Dig.
This is doable for sure, but it's still not a very good buy. It's not going to be too great of an execute. I do think they need a pick somewhere around the map to be able to spread the defense thin.
Is it going to be forthcoming here onto Kenny S? Going to pop flash his way out to Arches. That smoke doesn't quite cover the assault from Kirby, but the headshot is going to be more than enough to contend with Kenny S. And here comes the charge now onto A. That being said, though, Striker, there's 2 players in pit. This is going to be dangerous for Dignitas. They are encircling pit, but still, these 2 are still standing alive and kicking, and Apex is going to pick up the first in this confrontation. He's still alive somehow, so is his teammate. Kiyoshima finally goes down. Apex standing up, 2 frags. He can't get any more done. There's just too many players encircling his location.
Could be enough, though. Kirby on 2 HP.
Very low indeed. Bomb's been planted, though. And both of EnVyUS right now will be coming from library side, although MBK snaking his way back down mid. So EnVyUS are going to tap out of this round, look for the exit frags.
I think they were just looking for an entry into the site. Had they got it, I think they would have gone for the retake, but they didn't get an opportunity. And now they're actually looking to deal quite a bit of damage on Dignitas, and it is going to be a problem.
Yeah,
as they only won with 1 player surviving. And once again, this next round is gonna be of super importance. Oh, look at that, the Kiyoshima replay. Those 2 1-shots was bam.
Tasty.
And even the last one, just like a constellation frag for Kiyoshima. Nicely played from him.
Very nice indeed.
And again, but again, Dignitas need this round. They cannot get money screwed, to use the less offending term.
But it doesn't mean that Config's on a Deagle as opposed to an AK-47. That allows them a bit more utility to play with. As you say, though, this round is a big one. EnVyUS have a wide variety of assault rifles themselves. Molotov in the hands of Marcel. Was he going to throw it into the alcove? Oh, Kenny S.
This pop flash is going to be... Oh.
Kenny S.
No, it's not a pop flash.
There's the Molotov I was talking about. What? Kenny S survives? He just started past 3 players shooting at him. What is life? And I'm kind of laughing about that, but think of the importance that has.
Yeah.
If Kenny S dies, that changes the entire landscape of this round. He's now still alive, and they've used what little utility they had to push him and to just rub salt in the wounds. He's got himself a kill. Finally, he gets traded out.
2 Dignitas players on 50 HP though, under 50 HP or around. Oh wow, nice entry. Rubino, that could make a very big difference now.
That could completely mitigate the Kenny S issue. But they still have to contend with Apex, who gets that kill cleanly. He's still on 100%. Now, that's until Tensky lands in with the AK round to the forehead. Kiabee's in a very strong position in library. He should get the upper hand onto Happy. Or not. Happy's managed to take him down. I wasn't actually watching from his perspective, so I'm not sure what happened there. We're following with Tensky right now. The spray! Jeez, man. Dignitas are scaring me. They're actually scaring me right now, Striker.
Yeah, but they will run away with this round. But again, only 2 players surviving, at least so far. And there goes one. But Happy's not going for this. He has the defuse kit, but he doesn't have the time. He might get this last one too.
But again, this is just starving Dignitas of additional weaponry because they have to rebuy 4 again, maybe even 5. Okay, just the 4.
Yeah, just the 4. But yeah, that's the second round in a row where they actually only survive in 1 player. They have to rebuy fully, pretty much. Config is probably gonna drop 1 gun. Yeah, he did. And they have no money. Almost no money whatsoever.
Because EnVyUS know that Dignitas' economy is hanging by a thread, they've gone for another force.
And that's what EnVyUS like to do. When they know they can break the other team, they just do force buy almost every time.
But this is also the kind of situation where if they lose, it puts them in a sketchy position themselves.
Yeah. They are giving Dignitas a way out.
Exactly. They're giving them a way back into this matchup. That smoke's going to keep Dignitas here for a little while. The issue here is if you push through smoke, assuming that it's going to be a bad buy-up, you could end up being put 6 foot under. Oh my goodness, Happy keeps tapping, assuming that nade did significant damage. He can maybe pick someone off, and that is the case. Config's down. Look at Apex. He's just charging, channeling his inner Usain Bolt, sprinting up Banana. Looking to get behind Rubino, and it's been picked off. It's a 2-on-4. It's now a 1-on-4. Tensky. Oh my goodness, this is so brutal. He's got 1 kill, but he's been picked off, and the way back in turns out to be a booby trap. And Dignitas have just been destroyed.
And that's what I'm talking about. Now, they had no money. The plant is going to help. And I do think they will end up buying this. Oh, well. Maybe not. Thought, yeah, they will. I think they feel forced to buy right now. But EnVyUS winning a spilled water.
Spilled one.
And BK
Very
spilling
nice.
a bit of water.
Thirsty for the frags, dude.
Yeah. Hopefully no periflows have been damaged. That's a different issue entirely.
So, 11-9, EnVyUS lead. I'm still kind of gutted for Dignitas that they weren't able to secure that round. But pop flashing your way through smoke against EnVyUS when he knows a high chance they'd a force sport, for me, is a very, very ballsy move. And they got punished in the worst way possible. A bunch of weapons were transferred across to EnVyUS, which means their bank balance is looking a bit healthier than it would ordinarily.
I feel like I've said this at least 10 times over this best of 3, but they need this round. Dignitas really need to win this force buy, Because if they don't, they have to eco. And then suddenly we're looking at 13-9.
Indeed. Plus, some of the economy is great. That's a very good way to start things off. Happy all by his lonesome gets picked off. But now the question is, can they flush out NBK before kennyS gets close enough with the AWP? Plus, additionally, Kiyoshima's coming in. NBK is going to get picked off. Very nice move from Dignitas. This is looking a lot better. kennyS has also fallen. In the meanwhile, bomb planted. And this retake not looking like it's really on for EnVyUS. But they may go in nonetheless. But their economy, they had 2 or 3 players who were sub $1,000 coming into this round. So they need to save these 2 and then drop for the rest of their team. So EnVyUS playing it smart. Going to save the AWP and the AK. And Dignitas with a bargain bucket buy of, what was it, like 4 Tech 9s and an AK, I think?
Yeah, I think a couple of guns and 3 Tech 9s or something like that, but not a good buy whatsoever. They will actually survive in 4 players. That's going to help for the future rounds. And EnVyUS still have a bit of a chance to reply again. And that's going to be a problem for Dignitas, who do have a bit of a cushion. 3.7. Oh, actually 3K on 3 players, about 3,000.
That's why they need to save.
That's not bad.
Because now they're all below like $500 pretty much.
Yeah.
So if they didn't save there, you'd have a very different buy-up at this point. This has been by far the most competitive map between these 2 today in this best of 5 grand finals.
And all of that based on that, those 3 rounds that they got towards the end, or actually 5 out of 6, I believe.
Very good point. And they keep going forward though. EnVyUS have taken heavy damage in the sense of kennyS. NBK has gone down. This is a great passage of play for Dignitas.
I don't think they know. Oh well. Oh wait a minute. They don't know about Happy. Tensky was thinking about it, but he was too sloppy with the check.
Because they picked Happy off in the exact same position last round, so maybe they assumed he wouldn't be predictable enough to do it twice in a row. But then like the mind games come into play, the reverse psychology almost. Apex isn't going to get the first kill. Rubino in mid-air, the Superman frag. 3-on-2. Oh, Apex is holding this down to perfection. Rubino's the last player alive. He is going to bang himself the first kill. We know this guy is very capable of clutching. And with kennyS on 11, it just takes 1 stray bullet to pick him off. Meanwhile, Happy, he's going to be lurking around the side. Again, this could just be down to the timing. Rubino has the Molotov.
kennyS is watching him, though. kennyS is watching the bomb.
But that smoke could very well screen off the initial charge, and indeed it will. He's going for the plant, and he's going to get this because Happy's in apps. Oh, so close from Rubino, yet so far. Bomb at least gets planted. But Apex, for me, was the star man there on the site. Picked up 2 huge impact kills.
Yeah, definitely being the impact player there.
There you
go. The third one was the most important, I think. Well, the second of actually this one. Oh,
which we didn't see.
There we go. No, but what Apex actually ended up doing is peeking a little too hard. I think he could have waited a couple of seconds or just forced Rubino to actually peek him, just to allow EnVyUS to rotate fully, because he did actually peek out with really low HP, giving Rubino a little bit of space. But in the end, he didn't capitalize.
kennyS went for a very aggressive peek in mid, but 1 flashbang forced him to retreat. Thrown from Dignitas, of course. Judging by how many players pushed up mid, that could have been just gung-ho crazy for kennyS if that flash didn't connect. He was right on point as it connected to his face. So a solid flashbang from Dignitas keeps all 5 players alive, one of which has a Tech 9 in the hands of MSL. And here comes the charge, the cavalry going on in. kennyS connects the first shot to MSL though. And you could hear that was a pretty tasty reaction shot. He's looking for another one. Very nearly lands it. Config needs to be oh so careful. But the issue is that Dignitas wanted to get the initial charge. It got completely fended off. And they were struggling up until the point that Kirby pegs both players in the head.
But the thing is, Dignitas is still not sure where they want to go. Oh, now they are.
That's so good. Happy now has to retreat and go cover B, and in doing so, that leaves kennyS by himself.
Yeah. They were so chaotic.
Oh no, that's a kill that Dignitas can't afford to lose.
This could actually give EnVyUS a chance.
It really can. That was a kill they couldn't afford to lose. And this is a perfect call from EnVyUS. They've decided it's going to be a B play, and that's exactly what's happening. And Kenny S. Oh, what a shot from Kirby for his third. Arabino's there to clean up, but my goodness, when Happy lands the kill into Tensky, I was fearing the worst for Dignitas again.
That was really dangerous, actually. And it was all because of Dignitas's hesitation in that rotation, because they did stick around the T, or the middle area, for a long time, and it was pretty apparent that they weren't sure if they want to go B or A. They kind of kept stepping back and forth, and they did actually end up in a pretty dangerous situation. Had Kenny S got that frag on Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby's kill there was huge. Then, as you say, if Kenny S lands it, he's then able to just turret himself, looking into the banana entrance again, and things could have gone completely different. But as it stands, Striker, it's an eco for EnVyUS. Dignitas right back into the game once more.
They do actually have a chance in this map, after all. And this should be pretty straightforward, unless Dignitas actually do end up running into the stack. But it looks like they are going to be, or maybe they're actually going to wrap around. We'll see. Let's see what happens here. But definitely not the greatest idea to run into a stack on A. But they don't have any information. That's the problem. They have no way of knowing where the stack currently is.
That's exactly it. They have information in the sense that no EnVyUS players are, straggling off from the herd, but they don't know, are they on B, are they on A?
Now they're pretty much set, though. They only saw one player who was actually peeking. Once you actually see somebody peeking, then you expect that it's not going to be where the stack is.
Yep.
So they were pretty sure that EnVyUS weren't playing the double mind game.
Because typically when you're going to go for a stack, every player just picks a corner and just will sit there.
You set up for as many crossfires as you can, which means you don't want players peeking. But when you actually do see somebody peeking, it is a pretty good information on where the stack actually is. Sometimes we do see the double mind games that somebody actually peeks and there's a stack behind him, but that doesn't happen that often.
And that's because of the logic we just said, because you assume if someone peeks, the stack isn't there. So it's like the reverse psychology element again. EnVyUS is going to be trying to save a couple of these pistols. 5.7 P250 is definitely worthwhile saving. How's their economy looking? So they're probably going to be into another eco. So even more reason for them to keep these pistols in play.
I feel like if they actually went for the full, well,
it's a
maybe
half
not. It is a quasi. It is a quasi.
Yeah.
So
this affords them a decent enough helping of weapons next round. Other than Apex, who's down to 1,800. Full HEs, 5 HEs in play.
What is going on? What is going to happen?
It looks like they're going to triple nade banana.
And double nade mid.
Yeah. So the mid nades do negligible damage. How's the banana nades looking, however? Well, it does do a bit of damage to start. Oh my goodness, no way. Kirby's left by himself, but he's been picked off EnVyUS with pistols and armor and HEs. Oh, dash the dreams of Dignitas again, and the grenades didn't even do that much damage down mid. I couldn't quite see from banana. It was just pistol headshots.
Yeah, the problem was Dignitas actually ended up running into all 5 players. They didn't go to second mid almost at all. They had almost every player on pretty much on banana or on mid. So that's just it was just a counterplay from EnVyUS and picking up those pistol kills. Wow, that's a really anticlimactic thing that we now have in our hands. It could have been a 13-12 for Dignitas.
Just as we say that Dignitas can pick them up.
Yeah, and now I do think they don't have any money left, Dignitas, so they could end up being broken in the next round. Once EnVyUS win this round, there's not much hope for Dignitas, so let's see.
He's there. Double frag for him. He started to come alive here, Striker. He had a very quiet Cobblestone and Mirage. The Inferno seems to be looking good for him, and straight away EnVyUS tap out. Want no part of this.
Good call from EnVyUS.
Yep.
It's really important to save these 3 weapons.
This is why Dignitas is such a frustrating team to watch, because they have so much crazy potential, but then they'll throw it away in like a round. Although I say throw it away, EnVyUS did play that pistol round pretty much flawlessly.
Kirby has been actually stepping up in the last few rounds. Even though he's sitting at 12 kills, he actually had a lot of impact kills. You could see now he had a double kill double entry into the B site, and I think that actually happened a couple of times previously as well.
It was
he didn't have any other kills, but those that he had were actually very impactful. As you can see right now, the 2 frags were pretty much won the round. So,
and it was him that picked up the 3 kills when it was Kenny S rotating from CT. He got 3 entry frags in that round as well.
And now EnVyUS are going for the tactical pause, which is probably the best time they could have done it. This is where they need to step up. We can't see about. I do think they're gonna. Yeah, they're definitely gonna buy. We can see that Apex can actually drop one gun from NBK. Happy can buy for himself. They're gonna have pretty much a full buy in the next round. So they definitely have a lot to talk about, and we can see a bit of chatting too. Well, we can't see because we actually are in the player cameras. This is the Kenny S play, the relentless play on B, pretty much single-handedly winning the round.
Yep, through the flames, connecting the headshot. Early on in the game, just round number 3, seems like forever ago at this point. It has been a very back-and-forth encounter, yo-yo Counter-Strike. And here's MSL's double Deeks.
Once again, keep in mind, this is the map for Dignitas' life in this grand final.
That's
as
it,
EnVyUS are 2-0 up in the best-of-5 series. So a lot is riding on these remaining 4 rounds on Inferno.
Seeing MSL. You can see a lot of the replays are from his perspective. He's been playing a very solid game so far.
Like on CT, he's been very impactful. We could see like the 3 rounds in a row that they had actually ended up 5 rounds in a row, I believe, or 5 out of 6. He actually did have a lot of picks and a lot of impact frags like this one.
You can see MSL there is absent, went to the bathroom, so we could have a few more minutes pause while the teams get themselves ready and back into the action. Of course, this is going to maybe hamper some of that momentum from Dignitas, but EnVyUS as well. They have been looking a bit shaky so far on their CT side, I think it's safe to say.
I'm a little bit surprised that he was allowed to go to the toilet because there's a couple of screens around. He could end up seeing. Well, actually, we can't see the economy, so there's no problem with that.
And plus, MBK from EnVyUS did say, just go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So. Like it's no problem, but like usually organizers don't allow that just because there's a lot of screens with economy and all that. So you actually can.
I think it's one of the reasons why the production's just keeping this screen up.
I'd say so. I guess so.
As opposed to jumping into the in-game stuff. There he is. MSL has reappeared. Sad to see he doesn't have the Batman mask on, though.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
I hope we get a picture of that somewhere.
Kirby tweeted a picture.
Yeah, he did?
Yeah, he tweeted a picture.
Nice. Looks like the tactical pause has come to an end. Or at least is slowly coming to an end.
Should be very soon.
The game show logo kind of looks like G2. Just colored differently. Doesn't it? You seem totally lagged right now.
Dude, I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. Okay. So
no G2
isn't
logo.
the G2 like... I think what the G2 logo reminds me of, if I'm thinking of this correctly, it's like the evil daimyo. M4A4 skin. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Has like this kind of ninja sort of samurai mask thing. But anyway, enough about logos. We are back into the fray once more, ladies and gents, in the 3rd map of this best of 5. Again, it's 2-0, as you can see at the top of your screen, to EnVyUS. Very one-sided maps, Cobblestone and Mirage. This is Dignitas' best chance at extending the finals further. But EnVyUS have a solid buy. After a tactical timeout, are they going to be able to resurrect their CT side?
This could be the round that decides who wins this map. I do think both teams aren't on great economy. Well, now Dignitas have a bit of a cushion, so in case EnVyUS win, they could probably end up buying, even though it wouldn't be great. But this round is very important for EnVyUS for sure.
Standard tactic so far from EnVyUS. 2-3 formation. They have been having quite a lot of A-centric defenses and leaving MBK on B side by himself, but this is not going to be one of those occasions.
It looks like EnVyUS is still not very decided on where they want to go. We actually do see the bomb going through underpass and second mid, so it is going to be an A push in the end.
I'm taking down those
30 seconds. It looks like a fake. It looks like a fake on B and then a full-on attack on A.
That seems to be the case. What they're hoping for is that that man, Apex, rotates himself through arches, and that's exactly what happens. And the fact they've also got the entry onto Kiyoshima is so important, but KennyS is on the side. Can he get any more shots off with the AWP? Yes, he can. This is brilliant from EnVyUS. KennyS now has to try and stop Kiyobi from fragging him because that's probably going to be the bomb planted. 7 seconds left. Kiyobi's going for the plant, and he will secure this one.
Apex needs to be patient here.
Wait for the rest of his team to get close, especially as he's on 19 HP. This smoke is going to funnel Happy. And here comes the spray, and Kiyobi can't get it. Those 2 kills from KennyS on the site were instrumental, but that started so well for Dignitas. They got the opening pick as Apex rotated, but they weren't able to convert.
I have to say, I have no idea where the other 2 players actually ended up going down.
On B. They both pushed B and died.
Both pushed P. Pushed P.
Yeah, as you said, it was like a B fake.
Yeah, I think they actually went back though, both.
Oh, did they?
I feel like
maybe.
I didn't catch that. I think they might have gone down in mid. Due to the rotation of EnVyUS. I'm not sure, though.
I was so focused on watching from Kenny's perspective to see if he could hold off the B push, and those two
KennyS
kills
was super important. Had he died there, it would have looked completely different.
Yep. And we spoke as well about the economy, I should say, of EnVyUS in the balance.
Yeah, Dignitas will get broken after this round if they end up losing this. So this could potentially be 2 rounds in a row for EnVyUS. So once again, super important for them.
Back to the aggression once more. Kiyoshima up on the balcony could be the main man. He has dropped. Oh, when he gets the kill in the pit, he can't get any more done. But again, it just steps up for one player, bagging himself 2 kills, and it swings the entire momentum of the round in EnVyUS's favor. They move to 2 match points, event points, if you will, and Dignitas have got a rough bye coming up.
Yeah, very rough. And AK, a couple of Deagles Tech9 CZ. That is not a good buy, especially with the way how EnVyUS shut them down in these 2 rounds.
Oh, that second kill onto MSL was probably the moment for EnVyUS. If Kiyoshima doesn't get the second kill, then they overrun A. Instead, Dignitas are fighting for their tournament lives with 1 AK and pistols.
Does look like a B attack, though. There are 3 players incoming, though.
Yeah, Happy
needs to be careful.
Happy was on CT side, but he's instantly decided to join his comrade in arms, KennyS. Now KennyS is shifting over to the A side.
It's going to be important for Dignitas to pick a timing where they'll only catch 2 players on B side, but it looks like Happy actually did end up going back to Arch. So if there's a time, this is it. They actually do go back to A, but the bomb is still on Banana. It looks like a split to me. So it's going to be on KennyS.
And KennyS hold a position one more time. So far, so good. And he's also fell back. Second kill in from him, and Apex is meanwhile putting down the hurt elsewhere on the map.
And
Tensky and Config. It's all on Config. It's a 1 versus 5 to keep his side in this. Otherwise, EnVyUS will be crowned champions of GEC. Config with the Deagle still can't get anything done. And with 25 seconds, surely this is all she wrote. There's no hope for Dignitas. And Config has been charged down from Happy. EnVyUS will take it 3-0. But Dignitas took them to their limits once again on Inferno.